Undefeated trivia champ has arrived, Seth. And I can't find their cam button. There we go. Look at that lovely face. Don't give me that. I mean, I don't
appreciate it, though.
I don't think these people understand the relationship we have.
I know we do. We do.
All right, real quick.
There's a competition between.
Let me take care of business. Yeah. We're not going to talk about Sir Timothy right now. You know, he was always a step above me.
Wasn't he?
Oh, the new opening. I already messed it up. You are live at JTH Construction Studio. Pause for dramatic effect. This is porch time. What do you think?
I love it.
Let me do it again.
Go ahead.
You are live at JTH Construction Studio, and this is porch time.
Awesome.
I gotta get that down better. That's weak. Mamacita and Pop's here. Look, you're getting all sorts of love already. Seth, we're gonna test that this week.
I love them. Love you, Mama. Dinner soon.
Contact JTH Construction Joe for all your construction needs. 765-913-8599. American Basement Solutions, Mr. Larry Ralph Sr. Aren't they wonderful people?
Oh, they're the nicest people.
1-877-409-2837. I went out to their house for dinner about a month ago. Dude, I'm like, I could live here. You can take me under your wing. And
remind me of Brad Rowe.
Brad.
They always so much like.
Brad is a wonderful human being also.
Free passes through the pearly gates, both of them.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Sure.
Think I got a free pass yet?
You did.
No, I don't.
You got a pass.
Not yet. I'm working on it.
You already
Fathom Real Estate, Teresa Mesmer, 765-341-8911. Well Springs, Mr. Bob Goodrum, 765-342-6661. Lori says, hello, Natasha.
I miss you, Lori. Dinner.
How you doing, Lori?
Keep putting me off.
Hello, Jeff.
Oh,
there's Brad Mikey Rowe on
Jeff
right
Jesse.
now.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
love him.
He's another one. We got the best people on here, I'm telling you.
He is.
Brad Rowe's on, Joe
so
Fogelman's
nice.
on.
Oh.
Wyoming's Furniture Appliance Mattress, 765-342-4339. Stids Comfort Systems, 765-346-0195. Logan's Cosmos, 765-318-3388. The Yard Barber, Andrew Payton, 765-318-4108. Let's not forget Tommy Wall's Electrical Consulting, 765-792-4012. And, there's Brad. Let's go. And last but not least, Hometown Nutrition Martinsville with our girls down there. Protein shakes.
Nicest girls, too.
Boosted teas. Sven loves you, by the way.
I love her, too. She's genuine.
All right, let's...
She really is.
Well, hello,
Hi.
Natasha. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, buddy?
I feel
honestly.
I feel honored. You're like a adopted daughter of Martinsville.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
And people love you. I want you to know that. People loved you from the word go. It's not that you serve nice ice cream. Let's we know that. But they loved your aura. They loved your personality, your charming smile, and how you treated us when we went through the door. Mm-hmm. Your food was excellent. Your manners of your workers were always good.
Oh, yeah.
And
best
you
workers.
just, you were easy to fall in love with at that place. So, Pop's adopted first.
Oh, he did. Gosh, that's a long story.
so that's to start it off.
Thank you for saying that.
It's from the bottom of my heart.
But it was easy to do it for the people that came through the door. You know, that was the easy part. It was easy to smile and be that person because the people that walk through the door are the best. I mean, I call people, customers. I'm telling you, our fans.
Pull that over in front of me. You're giving me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is that better?
I want them to.
We always say it's customers come through the door, but they really are our fans. But it's easy to be that person when you love the people that walk through the door.
You're getting lots of love.
They're the best.
Hello, Teresa. Hello,
every person. I can't say names because there's too many, but people like Brad. Teresa, like she's so nice. I just love her. One of the nicest ladies come through our doors. So it's easy to be that person when every person is the same. Yeah, just a couple sour apples, but never hardly any. Like that's what made the job fun.
We could talk about sour apples, a big long story, but we won't get into that.
Right.
Tanner McKinney, my fave, was when I was pregnant. I was craving cherries. Natasha gave me 7 cups.
Real. We have real cherries, like whole stemless. That girl, she could tear them up, and I was happy to do it.
No, here's what I disliked about
That's what
you.
made it fun.
I'm gonna throw my dislikes out there. Here we go. She greeted my wife and I with open arms our first time brain chills and made sure she tried. See, that's you. You did that.
It was fun. I had fun with it.
There's Larry Ralph right there and Allie Brooks. Yeah. Here's what I'm going to say some bad things about you.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
My fat butt would pull up there at night taking salad because I'm on a diet.
Mm-hmm.
And when you first started opening up, you said, "Oh, there's a chubby kid that can be a guinea pig." So every damn time I try to drive away, Kevin, try this flavor. It's chocolate.
Ask my husband how. Listen, that man loves to eat, and he was one of those guys. You guys can eat, so you guys are the best, like taste testers. You guys like food. Let's do
awesome. It was great being able to get a real burger, ice cream. Thank you, Joe. So yeah, you at least 8 times that I can think, you would run me down. Got a new flavor. You got to try it. Yeah. Dude, I just ate chicken and salad. I'm good. And you're like,
just a sample.
No, try it. Just
a sample.
Always do my order. Make sure. Yep. There's Mackenzie.
She always ordered wings, and she would always, so it comes with 2 ranchers. And I know this girl, I would always say, guys, do not forget this rancher. She will eat you alive, guys. It's 4 ranches, not 2. Because she'd come back and say, you forgot my ranches. And soon it was just the best. Soon it was just the best system.
Exactly, Ashley. Between their salads and their chili.
That's what makes the decision so hard is the people. Like, you guys just... Okay, so I'm going to throw him under the bus. You can eat. So I have a customer that was in there one day. Our systems were down. Really quick story. So our systems were down, and so she was like, "Gosh, this is crazy because it's 2 days in a row." And she was like, "How are you going to make money when you can't?" And I swear to you, this was without a beat. Can you come around and if you guys? Oh my gosh, guys, stop. I'm not calling anyone big or fat or anything. I'm not saying that. Stop.
So you from Shellin. Allie Brooks, my kiddo, love giving the sweets there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you pretty
Kenny
much...
come around this corner, and the customer's in there. I said, "I'm sorry, I can't serve you today. Our sister's down." Kenny come around the corner. She said, "You're missing a lot of money, my money." And then she said, "Look at this guy right here, Bubba here, come around the corner. He's wanting 3 cheeseburgers." She had no idea it was my husband, Kenny.
Oh my God.
She said, "Look at Bubba here, wanting to get in the door. It's locked. Here he goes, puts his key in, turns out." And we're all laughing, the whole front line. We're all there. I said, "That's my husband." She said, "I'm not turning around, I'm leaving." She didn't come back for the longest time, but big guys like to eat. They're easy taste testers.
Now, I wish you'd have brought him in because he could have told a real good story.
We talked about...
we can't
That's
do that.
Private.
We can't do that on air, but...
Cut it, Kenneth. Get off of here.
I'm a fat guy and I love to eat.
Get off of here. Oh, I got to call him. I did forget about you, but I'll call you.
You need to.
I did. Limit.
Pop.
Yes. He come and brought in one of those big gulp cups. You know what I'm talking about? Ask if I could make it in that thing.
Who did?
Pops, and he's diabetic and all kinds of stuff.
And
he got one of those
anyway?
Big gulps. No, I didn't make it. I refused. So I will not contribute to that. Well, not, but
that's the worst thing I can say about you is you didn't let me stick to my diet. And
Sorry.
And driving, I would, I could have went another block and then turned, but I'd always turn in front of you and I'm like, I got to stop in there. Maybe they got chili today, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
No, but we got this new banana pudding, and then I post a picture of a concoction that you made first. And you're like, what do you like? Chocolate, nuts, whatever you got.
Called it Porch Time Sunday.
Yeah. So she was always making sure a customer was happy. There you go.
I'm telling you.
Got to kill you. Might as well be ice cream, Seth. I like his life.
Jeff Jesse, one of the nicest customers ever. Always says, "Yes, ma'am." I always try to get him out of quit saying, "Call me, ma'am," but he couldn't do it. And one of the nicest guys that would call him the A1 burger guy, but he just people like that. That's what makes the decision.
What was the Brad Rowe burger?
Brad Rowe burger was the Frisch's Big Boy burger, and we used the Frisch's tartar sauce. We have it shipped in, and when sometimes we'd be out and we'd have to use a generic, and you could taste the difference. But it was a true deal. A lot of people don't really know what it was about. It was just still in that little building there, and people still never figured it out, unfortunately. But
so let's backtrack.
Yeah.
This is why you're here.
Yeah.
People love you. They want to know what's been going on, what you got going on, and from just. I'm gonna spoiler alert. Mm-hmm. I'm happy you're happy.
Thank you.
We're selfish because we miss what you gave us.
Yeah, of course. I miss it. I do.
Tell us a little bit.
So first off, I miss it. I do. I miss brain chills. I miss it all. Taylor went home. She didn't feel well. She was supposed to be on here. We love April. I appreciate April and Donnie for sharing Taylor with me. Gosh, love that kid. So when we first
You gonna cry on me?
Maybe it's just a tough decision because people think that we made this decision lightly, and some people think, "Oh, you already did it." Maybe in a way there was a decision already made in the back of our minds, and we just didn't know it. But it just wasn't an easy decision. It didn't come lightly. When we closed the building, I had every intention. It was an argument with Kenny and I. Like he thought you need to take some time off. I was just ready to get back at it. Oh, didn't she? She's awesome.
100%
We'll talk about her in a minute, but
yeah.
Ready to get back at it. And we were already looking at buildings, and the longer I got into it, started taking breaths. The first couple of weeks at home was tough. Everybody had a routine. I've been doing this thing for 6 and 7 years.
Right.
They're going to bed at certain times. I'm not getting home till 10. I'm coming home when they're in bed. And it was a lot for a few weeks. And then it became...
They haven't bet on how long before you cry. Hello, Val.
Really, guys? Come on. And then it started to become fun again. And then we started going out like on dates. And I haven't done that in 6 years, 7 years, because it's Monday through Sunday. And it's a hard job and still live your life. And I didn't realize how much of that I'd missed. My daughter came in 2 weeks after we closed that building and said, I graduated early. And it was like, it showed us, oh, I love her. Gosh, I love them. Everybody, I love everybody. And it was just, I realized I missed the whole 4 years of high school. And it really hit me.
Yeah.
Like, that is craziness. And then here comes my son. He's a freshman. Yeah. And after a few weeks, it started to become fun. And I started kind of not looking as much at buildings and kind of backing up. I'll do it after Christmas. And then for about 5 and 6 weeks, like, we were going out having fun. We're going on dates. I'm spending time with my kids. I'm doing dinner. I'm picking up hobbies. I'm learning to line dance. Like,
is that the Macarena, or are you going for the Michael Flatley Irish line dance thing?
I don't know what that is either, but I'm just new at this. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to like a couple of places, learning to line dance, and we're just having fun, and I'm having fun, and
Archie.
Oh, they're so nice. Everybody's so nice. Oh my gosh, I remember her. I remember them. Oh my gosh, him driving his little car. Gosh, love him.
You must like be happy.
Yeah, I started having fun again, and I started not like, me and Kenny started having fun. Me and Maddie started talking a little bit. Still not like, me and my daughter's got a long ways to go, and that's what brain chills happened. I lost a lot of that with her, and
family
getting
first.
Yes, I'm realizing that. And then Mom died this year, and how much time did I miss with them because of the building? And I didn't realize how much time it took. And I get consistency is key. And there at the end, there wasn't a lot of consistency with the business, but a lot of that came with Mom. And, a lot of people don't realize in the middle of all that, we're trying to sell a house. And most people can schedule a week's vacation to pack their house up or do that. With a business, you can't do that. And
right.
Some of the problem was I couldn't take all the hats off. I was controlling, and I couldn't spread all of the duties among people. And I was picky who I hired. Who stands on my front lawn is a representation of the back kitchen. And everybody that comes in there was
because your ability to spot talent is amazing, because your frontline people were second to none.
But it came hard. It made it hard to hire them.
It was a joy to go in there, and Chloe and Taylor, and then Annika, I loved her.
All of them.
And then the little gal at the end,
Sarah.
Yeah.
So, let me just tell you. So when I quit Brain Chills, people don't realize I kept these employees. I found them jobs with my husband.
Yeah.
They're still working for us because
where at?
With Kenny. Like, Kenny's giving them jobs. So he has storage units, and he has like different things like that. So we're giving them jobs to do, because my intent was always to open this back up, and if I let them go,
they're going to
find somewhere else, and they're not going to come back because it might be better.
Right.
So I try to keep like Kylie and Bailey, but they're in college and they couldn't wait, and I didn't have full-time positions for everybody. So Sierra's helping at the laundromat with Kenny. Taylor is actually working for Kenny at his construction company, and she's working for the storage units. So these gals I kept with every intention of reopening this business. And I will tell you, the first thing I did was go to all the girls and explain to them that, hey, I've decided not to open. And I went to Sierra and I went to Taylor, and I explained to them, what my feelings and situation was. Everybody was supportive, and they always were my top priority from day one. From the day we got an offer from the building, they came first. I can assure you of that. And
so they're out and about. I'm not. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to go up and order from them or somewhere where they're working or nothing like that.
No, they're preoccupied.
You don't have to give them a hard time.
Kenny's keeping them busy.
What I would love is majority knew who I was, and when we'd go in there, we'd have a good time. Terry Hughes, we love you, miss you. That's awesome.
I love her. If you need your hearing check, go to Terry.
You're right. Whitney worked for you. I would go in there, and you'd have a new person. I love her. And so I'm going to give them a hard time.
Oh yeah, they come back all scared.
Oh, I know. They're like,
they say this to eyes up here, and if they'd say certain things, I'd be like, okay. And you want to know what I'd say? I say, is he shorter?
Right.
Is he? I said, does he have a scruffy beard? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, just don't go. And sometimes they go back there for like, what did you want? But some would be scared and they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't see you. But so I don't know. I just, after many weeks, I just decided if I want to do what I want to do, like these things I'm doing.
Right.
And I reopened this thing back up. Again, it's a 7-day-a-week job. And because I am so controlling and I want to be controlling, it's just not a good position to be in and still be able to spend time with my family. It just won't work. And we're building a house and I want to enjoy that. I want to be part of that. And if I'm working full time, I can't make decisions and I can't be there and I can't watch progress. And that's crazy. So many people. That's what makes it hard. Yeah. And I listen, I have everything still for Brain Chills. And a lot of people think, oh, you have every intention. I didn't. I had every intention of wanting to reopen. I kept all the stuff with Brain Chills and I don't think it fits for my life anymore. But not for where I want to see it going.
I was going to say, you recognized that the controlling aspect of owning a business and wanting perfection 24/7 was pulling you away from your family.
I didn't until we sold the business. And listen, the building wasn't for sale. The business wasn't for sale, only the building. We listed it personally on a website called Crexy just to personally offer.
I remember talking
and
to you
these people
about
came out of the blue. And we had every intention of just offering a full-time food truck. Like that was where I was going with everything.
That's where you had said.
That was where I was going until I got this break. And these people came out of nowhere. And to be honest, we had that first offer and I came online and I told everybody and we shut everything down and we pulled everything out of this building. And would you know, the first offer fell through, guys, and never shared that with anybody, never told anybody. And I don't know what happened.
That was
I don't know.
Sign.
Maybe, but here's the bigger sign. It was less than 48 hours later. I don't know if I don't know what my husband did, or it was the Hail Marys or the, gosh, what are we going to do here? It was like, my gut said that was the right decision. Oh God, the Turkey Club BLTs. That was my favorite. Yep. But I don't know if it was just a sign. My gut said, yes, this is the right decision, but both of them said, but in the back of my mind said, gosh, you should just reopen it. But everything said don't. And within 48 hours, somebody knocked basically on my husband's door and said, we want to buy your building. Is it still for sale? And he's like, yeah. It was a cash offer up front, but basically as is and close immediately.
Everything happens for a reason.
So it was weird, but it was a good weird. And I was like, this is meant to be. So we'll find something better. And it just, life happened and I became happy. I really did. I wouldn't say I wasn't happy. I was happy before, but it's a different happy. Like it's a happy at home, right. You know, like I don't know.
At what point, can you give us a date wise? Did you know? After Christmas, after January?
Christmas time.
Yeah.
Between Thanksgiving
around
and
your
Christmas.
family, the most of it right there. Yeah.
Probably for that first or second week of Christmas, probably. It was hard at first. Like there were some button heads at home. Like, why are you guys doing this? Because I didn't fit in. It really didn't. People don't realize what it takes to run a business, and they think you're sitting in that back room counting dollar bills. And I can say this on air, and I'll say this, and without a doubt, and I don't care who believes me or not. We ran that business for 6 years. And I never wrote myself a paycheck.
I believe
not one single penny did the Halcombs ever make from the Brain Chills building. But I can tell you that guy put in so much money to make sure that I could keep running it. Now, because I didn't pay myself, I was able to put floors in and buy machines and stuff. But we didn't make pennies on that. We didn't make anything.
Right.
Did we make a little bit on the building? Yes. I mean, I'm not going to sit and lie, but not what you put in. You never made anything. Sure. It was, you lost money, your time. You lost your time with your family, and that's just...
Well, I'm going to be selfish, and then I'm going to go a different direction on you. Because you guys, during the fair concerts, I would spend time back there with you guys.
You and Kenny would, wouldn't you? And then here comes their Timmy. He would be right in on it.
Just eat at home and eat bonbons and watch TV. Yeah. God has a way of putting you where you need to be. I'm so happy for you, Lord. It says, so I mean...
Oh, Mike, he's so nice.
Yes, he is. You guys... You just would bring out the best in people because that's the type of person you guys were. You're a joy to be around, and it was just so much fun. But I'm gonna just tell the world right now the love and respect that you had for my brother, and I'm gonna throw it all out there. I didn't realize that every day while he's running around the county apprehending bad guys that Brain Chills was his go-to, okay? Because he wouldn't share that with me. Mama can see exactly, and I agree, Tracy.
It is different. It's weird stress.
Always tell me, Every now and then we'd hit it there. He'd say, "Hey, you want to go to Branches?" I was like, "No, it's just there last night. Let's go." Mine and him, we'd meet about once every week or every 2 weeks. We'd hit either Chinese or something like that. She loves like no other.
Oh,
Sir Timmy. So exactly. So
Sir Timmy.
we're at the first Jingle Bell Rock Christmas tree lighting event. Yeah. And there's Chloe and Taylor and Natasha, and I walk up to him because I'm the star of their life right now, and you guys are helping us out, and I'm hugging them, and all of a sudden, you'd have thought Elvis Presley walked in the damn building because they literally pushed me away.
That is not true.
And all three of them at once. There's Sir
Brad,
Timothy, and I'm like, who the hell's Sir Timothy?
Yeah, you didn't even know.
And I look around, and I'm like, my brother? And you're like, we gotta go. And all three of you shuffle off, and I was like, oh.
He's like, come here, ladies, gotta tell you something.
Oh, I know. I was like, oh.
He said, come here, ladies, gotta tell you something before you get your trophy. Come here. Excuse me, I'll be right back.
I'm just gonna tell you. What's up, Jesse? Hello, David. He adored you guys.
Oh,
Loved all those girls.
Adored him.
Cooper wants you to give him a shout out.
Oh.
Coop, what's up, buddy?
Listen, I'm going to get that trophy to them, so I'm dropping. Well, listen, I feel bad. I need to drop that thing off to get it engraved. I've been so busy, and that's no excuse. But
get it, bring it in here, and
I'm going to, and I want to get it to her so she can show it to Cooper, and then maybe take it to where it belongs for a few months. And it's a traveling trophy for a reason, so let's let that sucker travel. So,
Coop.
Aww.
I need to get you in here so we can
cute.
talk Saturn and planets. Hello.
I was just going to say astronauts.
Kayla, hello. He, yeah. But Timmy adored you guys.
We loved him more. People didn't know. I don't think they realized. Like, I know he has a lot of great relationships, and everybody can say they had theirs, but I think we had a great special bond between him and Taylor and Chloe and all of us. And
yeah.
There at the end, Taylor and I, like, we shared so many stories, and I can say this now. I don't know if he would really want to tell me this or if anybody knows, but Taylor and I was sitting in my office, and he called me from Florida, and he told me that he was sick from Florida. That is no joke.
Wait a minute, some words of wisdom from Cooper.
No.
So I can't eat chocolate Play-Doh? I may have already done that I may have already done that as a child, though.
Oh, that's what's, yeah. Now it explains it. Something happened.
That was just a field study to see how it happens when it comes out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But he called us and told us that he was sick and told us what it was, and he asked me his opinion. He sent me some papers when I look at him because I was to work medical stuff, and when I get back I need to talk to you. And the fact that he would call me and share those things with us and then come in and talk to the man was there every day. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Like, there, unless he was on vacation, if you didn't see him or he didn't tell you, you called him, we texted him and said, where you at, Sir Tim? He said, oh, I was in a drug bus yesterday, or I was in a big bad car, you know what I mean, whatever, car chase, so he didn't make it in. But the man was in there every day, and he was in there picking up burgers for her or stuff for Lori, or he brought his puppy in to meet us, like, with Lori, and we bought Christmas presents. Like, I remember when he got sick, he was in the hospital. We went up a few times, like 2 or 3 times, and he was sick at the end, even like when he got ready to pass away, and we were up there. But I remember going up, and he kept saying, hey, I kept looking for this shirt. We was talking about cancer, and he's like, I was looking for this shirt down in him and Patty that says cancer sucks. Yeah. He said, I can't find it. I see the cancer, you know what I mean, whatever, but I don't want to wear that. So me and Taylor got online. We ordered him and Lori a shirt, and he never got to wear it. He's like, I can't wait to wear this. But he won't. Just little stuff like that. They don't realize how much. You bring up
Florida trip. I was cleaning my closet out and found the new baby stuff he got me a trip. I told him I was.
He told us that. He told us. You told him that. He said, I know it's a boy. Yeah. He knew. He said, I know that's a boy. I said, no, we can't handle another girl. That's what he said. Can't handle another girl. He said, we can't handle another one.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that would get the call or call him Thursday night, 6 days before he went away. I call him at 10:30 at night. I'm coming home from work, and I see cherries and berries on Main Street at one end and at the other. And I'm like, is that son of a out here? Because normally when he's out there everywhere. So I call him, and I get the Tim Coryell special. Let me call you back. We're getting ranked. I'm like, are you kidding? He goes, yeah, we're busy. I said, okay, call me back. So I think call me back. I don't know. But then he had to go to Moore County Substance Abuse meeting the next day where he spoke, him and Dan. And then, long story short, Lori called me Sunday morning, and I had taken the day off and went to Indy's, and I was coming out of Indy's, and that's when she told me what was going on. and all hell broke loose. But
he came in there Friday, and I think Kenny passed him. He said, "You're right." He's like, "Yeah, I'm just not feeling well." And he came in there just to tell us. He said, "I'm feeling well." He said, "I'm not feeling well. I'm just gonna go and lay down."
Yeah.
I don't even know what he stopped in there for. He didn't get anything.
He wanted some ice cream, probably.
He didn't get anything. He just stopped in. He said, "What are you guys doing?" He said, "I'm just stopping in." He said, "I just got done." He said a meeting. We didn't know. It must have been that meeting.
Morgan County Substance
It was Friday.
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm not feeling well. I'm just going to go and lay down." And then I guess he slept. Lori said that's the night he slept all night.
16 hours, yeah.
And then,
see, because we were jacking around. We were having a little get-together with Diane and Shelley Mis Amigos Saturday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And Patty shows up, and we're like, is Timmy working or what? What's his deal? And Patty goes, oh, no, he's at Paragon. And see, that's what he would do. So we figured he was at Paragon.
Yeah.
Honestly. But no, Lori had said that he was sleeping. But
that makes sense.
He adored you.
Oh, I adored
him.
And
I will never forget you guys
so ridiculous.
Pushing me out of the way at the Christmas thing to get to him. And that's ever etched in my mind. And that's no BS.
Then when you found out he had a nickname, you're like, a nickname?
Oh, I know.
A nickname. Sorry, look at this. Well,
Tim was one of the cops I didn't dread when I saw the patient walking the yard.
He did. He really did. Yeah. He cared so much. He did. He really cared. He was just a genuine guy, and I'm looking forward to getting the trophy done. And that's something, the Jingle Bell Rock. It's amazing how many people donated for a guy. There's that song, Standing Room Only. And if there's one guy that represents that song anymore, it would be him. Like, if you take a look at everything he did and his funeral and all the impact he made, it is standing room only. Right. Anything he touched, now, even what we after he's gone, it's just, it's amazing how many lives he touched. And
I can honestly tell you this. I'm glad.
It's crazy.
I love police officer, a different breed. My dad, yes, sir.
They are.
Seth, yes, sir.
They just do. It was, isn't it?
I can honestly tell you this, especially with the smile on your face and your whole face is glowing. Yeah. Tim would say you're doing right.
Yeah, he knew the building was for sale
because your whole demeanor, you're not stressed. You don't come out smelling like a greasy cheeseburger.
You know, that's one thing I never did is our grease, but never did smell like food. I'm proud of that. Never did. That's one thing I always did dread. We always tried to come up with something when we started the food was because we kept employees and I didn't want to smell like grease and I had to pay more for the grease, but that was one thing. We were good at what we did. We had great stuff and if there was anything I miss the shaved ice side more because
really?
I hate the kitchen. I love creating, but I never got to see the customers enjoy it because I'm in the kitchen. I'm stuck.
Exactly,
once COVID happened, the employees, you just couldn't find them and it became hard and it became worse and it just became a job. And
but you did a hell of a job cooking though. Your food was delicious.
I did, but I like the customers and that's where I started. I got to create on the front line and do the shaved ice. And when I've toyed with the idea, should I just open the shaved ice? But again, then you're stuck with, I want to do stuff. There's stuff I'm looking at maybe trying to do, like venture out on. And if I do that, then I'm still stuck with running a 6-month business.
Right. Well, here's the weird thing about it all. Now, you were open some when Dairy Queen was open. I love you, Mommy. And everything like that, but it was closed.
Closed a lot.
Our ice cream place was closed.
We were closed a lot.
But then you opened up and you carried that torch for our community the whole time. And then you close, and then Dairy Queen opens back up.
Yeah, but we were closed a lot too, and because Cincinnati hurt us, and I won't lie, a lot of it was on my end because when I got a kid sick, or I need a day off, or I don't have enough employees, the stress level become high. Yeah. And there at the end, it got harder. The last year got so hard with staffing, and just became difficult.
That's nationwide with.
Yeah, and people think, oh, people are applying. Yes, people are applying. Please understand, people are applying. But I can tell you that 98% of the people that are applying. You do not want working. I'm not trying to be. Please, I know I'm going to get probably some heat from this.
No, you're speaking.
But you
facts.
would not want them working in your business.
Right.
You don't want that representation for your business, and that's why they're not getting the calls back.
Right.
Or you have an application that says I can't lift more than 7 pounds. Well, you might look great, but if you wrote on a piece of paper, I can't lift more than 7, I'm not calling you. So there's a lot of reasons why people are not getting calls back. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I expected more, different, and that hurt me. But it was also something I was proud of because I think I had great staff because I was picky.
You're very picky, but you have a keen eye for talent, clearly.
I do. And the problem is I loved everyone with employees, and that kind of hurt too because you try to be a boss and a friend, and it just becomes really hard.
And I was in there when you made her cry so bad. Annika in the cooler, remember? I walked in there and something had just happened And she went back there and she was bawling, and I felt so bad.
That girl in the beginning cried about everything. She probably rang on something wrong. She cried if somebody looked at her and said it's the wrong flavor. She'd come in the back.
Like the rest of you.
I mean, we had a ball though. We had good employees. We had fun and we joked around and became serious with the food because employees came less, and that's when it became hard and it just did not become fun anymore. And I kind of lost myself in it a little bit.
Okay, can I dig a little bit? Be nosy. Gyros or gyros or however you want to pronounce it. It's going in there. Did you know them or do you know them?
We don't. So the first cell fell through as a private cell. The second cell came so fast. We knew what their names were, but they bought some of the equipment. We kept what we wanted. So there are warmers and stuff that we kept. We kept all the shaved ice equipment. We kept the newer ice cream machine because we took all that stuff with us in the intention to open. Otherwise, I probably should have been smarter and just sold it all as one, because I've had offers in the past to buy the whole business and building, and that's just what I thought I would do forever until I got a taste of like fun again. But we took all that equipment with us, so we knew it was going to be a restaurant. We did not know what it was. At first, I always heard it was going to be like a burger shack, and then I heard it was going to be Indian food, and then this obviously came about. We did not know, have no idea who they were. I just knew they bought some of the equipment that they wanted.
Yeah, I heard Indian food for a minute.
Yeah,
but then I didn't hear anything.
That's what I'd heard.
But I mean, I've also heard Jimmy John's. What's the donut place? Doggone it.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. Mm-hmm. And I know for a fact there's a franchise tag out there for Fazoli's.
There is.
You and I know. Yeah. So that's still out there for sure. Can we buy? Yeah, there you go. Woohoo!
So no, but that's something we're gonna. Me and my husband are toying around.
No, but you know what?
You can buy a
Sir Timothy was here. Maybe be like, you can set it up over that corner.
For free, buddy. Where you want it? No, stop. No, we're toying around with selling the shaved ice business. Maybe somebody would want to take over as it is, or just buy the equipment and start their own thing. But I don't think people realize what it takes. And, you have to have commissaries. It's not, you just can't set this up at some fair. And, it's not cheap either. So some of these equipments that we have, like our block machine, we make our own blocks there. That's the $8,000 machine. So obviously if we sell the business, it comes with a cost. I mean,
got an ear popping. I'm sorry. Don't think
you're
I'm
fine.
weird.
So if at some point later we decide to do that, or somebody wants to reach out, something we'll consider. We'll announce that later. But it's just stuff we're toying with. So we'll see. But the shaved ice was always on the table even after I decided on the restaurant, and then I just realized I'm wanting to do some stuff. Like there's other ventures I want to try out to see if I'm any good with it, and obviously I think I'll be good with it. But I don't. If I do the shaved ice, I can't do that.
Right.
So, yeah.
I get it 100%. Honestly, you've worked yourself into position to feel that way now that you're not. Yeah. You know what I mean? You put your That's funny because I got a scare cam the other day. I have to share some of these. Yes, gosh, she's a hoot. I loved her. Adored her.
I hated when she quit, but I get it. She and when anybody quit and they took a step forward, I get it. It was a stepping stone. You weren't meant to work at Rachel's forever.
But what was funny about
it? She's a hoot, man.
First time I'd go in there, that
cry
girl
all
was
the time.
Scared to death of me, and set the bag on the table and almost run. And by the time she's like, "Here's your food. Get out, Kevin."
Hey, Brad. I know where you work. And I have regular Facebook, and I guarantee you, Portia would love to share a scare cam. I'll pay for that sponsorship.
Should we talk about one scare cam about two of your former employees, or do we need to do that on air?
Which one? There's so many.
The evil sisters, Chloe and Taylor, back in the day.
Which scare cam though?
No, where they knocked on the wrong door one night.
Oh shit! I don't think we ever told that story
on air.
I don't think we ever told it on air.
I would just say that I was living in a location that was.
She's gonna kill me.
Police occupied, living there.
She's just told the whole
story. And we had a lot of weapons, along with a lot of dogs. And
I hope she shared this. I hope she shared this with Donnie Collins and April Collins. And if they haven't, I'm sorry, guys, but here's the story.
And we're sitting there one night. And I think I just went up to yes, Kristen was pregnant.
She's gonna kill me.
And I had just went upstairs,
Taylor,
and took one of the German Shepherds up there to mess with and play around with. And all of a sudden, you heard a boom, 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 and they
ding
go.
Dong, ding dong.
Well, they take off down the road, and there's a police officer with lots of armament and one dog that would bite me in half.
Well, here's the funny story, because they're saying, like, we're just out, because, people used to ding-dong ditch, like, we used to do some stuff like that or whatever, and I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, and this is, so they come to the back, scared to death, would never look at you, would never look at you in the face, and I couldn't figure it out, so they took me to the back one time, it's just me serving shaved ice, and I'm like, we got to tell you something about why we can't talk to him. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, we ding-dong ditched this house, Natasha, on camera. I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, listen, you're not understanding what happened. She's like, it's right when they first got the cameras, and it was like little triangle ones. She said, just little tiny ones where they weren't as noticeable, it's just something new. And she said, we just started hearing about them, thinking, only the rich people can afford these, kind of one of those things. She said, we was on one of our shenanigans, ding dong ditching or whatever we decided to do. And all kids did them. Guys, don't judge them. They all did it.
We did worse.
They're good kids, so please don't judge them. But
we did worse when we were kids.
So she said we'd done 3 or 4 houses, and she said, it's Chloe's turn. Taylor said it's Chloe's turn. She said Chloe kept saying, I'm not doing it. I'm not. Okay, gosh, woo. She said, I'm not doing it. Taylor said, it's your turn. We're going to say right up to you to basically don't be a wussy. Get by your ding dong ditch's house. So she said, runs up to the yard, She said, runs up to the porch. And she said, without missing, I'm pretty sure it's because she looked at it, and she said, I kid you not. She looks back and looks at weird, and she's like, she said, I thought it was a camera, but I wasn't sure. She said, look weird. She said, ding dong, runs back to the car. I know it was Taylor driving. If not, it was mixed. They hit the gas so hard that the person Superman'd in the back seat.
Right.
And the door skidded and shut door. And they're like, oh, we got away with this. Good job, Chloe. High five. Good job. They get halfway down the road, and somebody's in the passenger seat watching, Facebook or whatever.
Picked the phone up from the doorbell to Dalton to me to porch time.
Quick.
30 seconds.
Oh, gosh. They said, we're just down the road, like 5 minutes. We're on the road. And we're looking. We're like, look at this idiot. She said, I swear to you. We're looking at the phone going, look at this girl. We just did this. This bee got caught.
Right.
And she said, the panic. She's like, turn around, turn around. And then all of a sudden, she said, I kid you not, we're somewhere out in the country, and the phone goes dead, and they can't finish watching it. They whip it around. They're like, we got to go back to the house. We got to go back. Well, Chloe had a boyfriend with her, some boy.
Yeah.
They go back and knock on the door, and they're like, sorry, we were the ones.
Oh, they were petrified.
Because they needed it down before the parents saw. This is like midnight.
Right.
They're thinking, okay, we'll take it down. We apologize. You guys took it down. They think they're in the clear.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, Chloe's mom. Ring, ring, ring. 10 o'clock the next morning, over and over. They knew something was up. So they said, we finally answered the phone. She's like, have you seen yourselves? I don't know how it ended, but at the end of the day, they never ding-dong ditched another single house again. They said they looked right in. I'm like, what is that? And then ding, ding, ding.
Right.
They said the funniest part is we realized after we came back, there's a cop car sitting in the driveway plain as day.
Oh, yeah.
They said we were just focused on the front door, took off. Had we paid attention, we pulled right up on the driveway. It's right there. And still rang that doorbell.
Yeah.
And when we told you guys that, and she said that's why we can never look at him in the face. Once you realized it was them.
Oh yeah, then it was a game. It was over with. Point. They
did.
If I wasn't big enough, I wouldn't have cared.
Dude, they felt so bad. Once
I realized who they were,
put it together.
Then I was ruthless at that point.
Yes, the fact it was them, and they're like, we made a mistake. We're really sorry. They even still applied. We're sorry. And, but they would
turn red in the face to this day.
Oh, she hates talking about it. She's like, it's kind of funny now, but still embarrassing. So
you still have this video. That would be Dalton or Kristen. I wouldn't doubt it.
I would pay. I would pay a sponsorship ad to air. What's the monthly sponsorship?
It'd have to be on one of my phones.
I would pay money to air that for 1 month. Over. Pin it to the top.
We're not talking paying sponsors tonight, all right?
I would pay, though.
You would have... Oh!
I'll pay you, Kristen. I will pay you the initial knock and the apology. She got them both!
My goodness.
We have to.
That's hilarious.
We would have to look at it. And
is Taylor or any of the other... Annika was on. Is anybody else? Taylor or Chloe? Taylor's sick tonight.
Taylor didn't feel well.
So we're going to give her a pass tonight.
Yeah, we'll let him. Wex will pay. Hey, Brad, how much money can we raise for the next fundraiser so we can air the...
Right.
That's the next one. We will hold this video out for next Jingle Bell Rock. Mm-hmm. And I will personally raise money.
Throw it in too.
I will personally raise money for that.
We had our meeting last night, our first meeting.
Yeah.
And we have some... I'll tell you off air because I cannot discuss it on here yet. But we've got... Keep that in mind. So...
I plan on still being a contender, okay?
Well, your name came up.
Listen, people can personally raise money too, guys. Don't forget that.
Your name came up.
Takes a... Whoop, whoop. Hey, that is my first. That's my first donation to the 2024
Hell, we're raising
Jingle
money.
Bell
We
Rock,
don't even
and
have
every year I do
anything
it, it will be in Sir Timmy's name from here on out. It will never. It will always be his
We're
name.
doing our golf outing,
Yes.
and
I can't wait.
I'll get a hold of you on that.
For sure.
We're changing the name, and
Brad, $100. That's for sure. We're gonna raise money for this video for sure. I can't wait. You find that video.
Kristen's got it.
I will
she says she's got it. She's got it.
Yes, we're raising money, and her daddy's on her already for the next year.
You get to see Dalton and Kristen.
Do it. Donnie and I will throw in on it too. You just throw in a cake for the next fundraiser, April. They'll love you even
give
more.
Him shit when he went in there.
Which time?
After the video.
Oh, all the time. Would you guys do that? I mean, for months, I said they weren't ding dong ditching this weekend. Like, we would say little jokes. I know, we want to see the video. Me too.
I can't post it on the internet.
No, but I'll personally share it with my favorites.
There you go.
April, Brad.
Yeah.
We'll have that. The whole town will have it in 10 minutes.
Won't have to go on.
April knows everybody. She will love to share that video with her favorites. Yeah, she knows everybody. I'll share it. Give me that video.
You had a heck of a group with you.
I did.
That you personally trained every one of them.
Yeah, we did.
You had a keen eye for individuals that were going to do you a good job and do the community a good job and still represent your company in a fantastic way.
And I still want to participate in the community stuff. That was some of the most fun I had was that stuff. I mean, that was what it was about.
I'm getting to that right here.
Yeah.
Because what you did for us, and don't tell me it's what we did for you.
It's both ways.
Dear, when we're sitting here working our tails off, not making any money, by the way, for us, but making money for other people,
yeah.
And we're on about hour 10, you can always come in. There you go.
Love that guy, too. He's so nice.
That dude is amazing.
I know. I feel bad I didn't call him out.
You better call him.
I swear. Promise.
But you walked through that door with 6 of the largest shakes I've ever seen in my entire life. But that wasn't the end of it. Whatever shake you gave Billy that day, it was gorilla glue.
That's the most embarrassing thing ever. And I don't know who made that. If I made it, that's terrible. But I don't.
You talked about it because you said the peanut butter was running low.
It was,
and so you just stuffed the rest of
it. That's right. We just scraped it in there.
He tried to drink that whole thing, and I think he about died.
I think he did.
That was supposed to have been mine. If you remember, I'd have
given anything to have a glucose monitor that evening. What do you think that?
But that wasn't the only time you did that for us. Yeah, you did that for us all the time.
Do look what you guys do for everybody. I think it's reciprocated, but I just think it's a two-way street. I think people from the outside see what you do, so they try to give back a little bit in a different way. It wasn't money or whatever, but it was just a different way. And I think there's a lot of people that do that, and not just me.
But I want the people to understand this. She did this, and I'm not being mean, while they were barely breaking even. At their company.
Well, how many months we put our own money on the last year?
And
probably.
That's what I'm like. No, we'll pay for it. And you're like, no, you're not. And me and her getting a cussing match right over there off camera. But that's what you would do. And you promoted us as we promoted you, and I cannot thank you enough.
Oh no, thank you more.
But you promoted our community, and
love it here.
That's more important.
Nice people. It's easy to do when you like the people. So,
you're loved.
Oh, I love people more.
You're loved by many, and
I appreciate that. It means a lot.
That building will always be brand new.
Kenny always says that you don't realize it until I go back and I read the post after the announcement, and you realize how many people really do love you. It's pretty cool.
See, and I love your old man too. He's hilarious.
He is,
and he and I get along wonderful. And I got some stories we got to tell.
We got some fun for you too. Shall we keep going? Don't make us that any bigger than what it is. Everybody loves me.
He makes a good chicken sandwich,
doesn't he? Yeah. Gosh, that poor guy, honestly. I said the PS on my statement, and it's true. Every little shenanigan thing I had in that building, he just went along with it. Yeah. We had some, but he still put me on my little pedestal.
The only time that I've ever been like, I need to get out of brain chills, is when you had a weird incident that someone was messing with you guys. And I don't know who was going to get there first, your husband or Tim. But either way, it was not going to go well for that individual.
They both did. They both got him.
Yeah.
Good people.
Yeah. I was like, I need to get out of the way here.
Yeah.
Because that big boy there's good. And then the other ones.
He'd have got a hold of that man in that car. Oh, he'd have tore him up. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. And my husband went through every shenanigan, and I mean, listen, our own money, we're not rich, but luckily, sugar on the fries. He tried to help me one day. We were short-staffed in the kitchen. So there's a secret to a great grilled cheese. Take a grilled cheese, put the butter, and just a little splash of sugar with your cheese on this, just a little bit, a little sweetened up. This guy is back here, and would you know Bob Royer of all the people made Sean said, "Don't call her." Sean said she'd want to know. This guy's back there with my sugar shaker. He all day long has shaken sugar on the fries instead of salt, guys. And I tasted. I thought they tasted weird earlier in the day. I didn't think nothing of it. They tasted sweeter. And you got Sean's daughter. She's like, "These are good, but they taste different." And they're
Bob.
looking, and they're sugar. And so Sean, I'm on my cell phone to this day. I had my office door popped up. I see Kenny down there frying because we're back and forth. There's 3 of us, and I'm looking down through there, and he's just checking away. And here's Sean on the other. She's like, "Hey, check your fries. They taste real sweet. Looks like sugar." I look down, and I can see sugar shaker with the orange label on it. I walk out there, I grab that out of his hand. I said, "You've been using sugar." The whole fryer been full of sugar. Bob said they're pretty good. I wouldn't tell her. Shh, don't tell nobody. Right. All day long back there shaking sugar all over. The things like that.
He was experimenting. That's what he was trying to do.
Listen, I love the guy, but I will admit I cannot work side by side with him because he's a businessman and he's matter of fact, and that's just the way he runs. And I'm just,
yeah.
and I'm kind of controlling too. So it just, but he supports it all. So this goes with it. 23 years.
He's a good man, and he's got a good family, and you guys are.
Did anyone complain? No one complained. No one said anything, but we all kept saying, "Well, this tastes weird" all day. Nobody did a taste check or nothing. See if they were. We checked all kinds of stuff, but never checked the salt. Never did.
It's all right.
No one complained. Bob loved them, so we should use them more often.
Bob loved them, didn't he?
He said it tastes really good with the chili.
That's funny.
But yeah, so I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. I appreciate the customers.
It's very well deserved. Now I got to ask you this: Are we done? Are we done with restaurants?
I am. I can say that there's a lot. Oh, my kid, Madeline. God.
Hello, Madeline. I was going to get to stuff like that with favorite menu items and things like that.
That's why I quit right there.
I understand that.
Miss that. Yeah.
But you know what? That's family first, no matter what.
Yeah.
Sweet.
For sure. Yeah. Hi, Maddie. I love you, baby.
So there's.
Yeah, we're done. I toyed with the shaved ice side of it. I just want to do that. I'm venturing out on some new avenues. Once I get that established, I'm hoping to be able to ask a few of the girls if they want to come along with me, play around with what I'm venturing out on. It's a common ding dong ditch Taylor. Yes, I hope you recorded that one. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited what I'm trying to do, and it's not anything to do with food or anything. It's just something I've been kind of playing with, and I'm excited. I'm having fun.
Well, we got to do something.
Yeah.
Because we threatened this 1,000 times, and I could never get you guys in here when you guys weren't swamped or I didn't have stuff going on.
Always busy.
So I want to get you and Taylor for sure on air, even if it's just for 10 minutes one night, or just to come in and just we can have a BS session in here and just have fun with it.
Of course, I'm game.
Because community loves you guys. They love Taylor.
She's a good kid.
She's a great person.
I love her.
So, got to make that happen.
100%. I'm game.
And you don't have to bring shakes or no pudding or no velvet cake.
Machines are locked up right now. Sorry, guys, I can't help you offer any of that.
Down me, or I'd lost probably about 40 pounds until you opened up.
You're just gonna get us. Sorry, but I mean, I think it's a great decision, and I think it's the right decision. My gut and everything tells me it is, and for my family, and know it's the right decision. So.
Oh, pumpkin spice. Yeah, on my morning show, I drink that is just loaded with different types of coffee. So 2 mornings in a row, I do pumpkin spice. And Seth and a few of the others have been really on me about the pumpkin spice. So.
Hopefully they don't run out of
But I would do who's the first? Well, who's the second person you told you'd have pumpkin ice cream all the time? Probably. Because I know who the first one was.
There was a lot of times I told you the first product. Yeah. Because you did care the most. Now, Sir Timmy, he really wasn't a taste tester.
He didn't do sweets as much.
There was a shake there at the end he was loving.
What was it?
Chocolate and pretzels. So we started crushing up pretzels and loved it. He would loved eating with a spoon. He said it tasted good to him. So we kept making him. He would just stop in there. That's all he would have those days. So we went and just bought bags. Him and Brad Rowe, the only 2 we'd make those for. And Brad would get peanut butter in his, and he started putting just a little splash, but it would be chocolate. And he wanted the pretzels in there, crushed up real fine. So if he wanted to drink it through the straw, he could, or eat it.
He did?
Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And so me and Taylor, every time I say, "You want one of those shakes?" He said, "Yeah, they're really good. They make me feel. I like them how they fill my belly." Oh. So he would started eating those there last couple months. That's all I ever wanted. We He just come in and say, "Give me a shake," and so we made it. We just kept pretzels just for him.
He kept all that from us, from me. We didn't know how bad. I didn't know how bad. Others did.
He told us not to say nothing, though. But
yeah,
there were reasons,
Yeah.
So he just said, "I focus on what I need to focus on, and then I focus on the rest." And
love you. I'll tell you this.
I love that family.
I've never seen it in 50. I can't do it because you'll cry and I'll cry because it'll get me right now. Anyway, what was the number one selling item that you guys had? What was
food?
Food-wise first.
Burgers. I don't know, the chicken sandwich. When the chicken sandwich was there, we couldn't keep it in stock, and then they quit making the breading. Tastes like Chick-fil-A. They quit making the breading. Chick-fil-A got into like a tizzy with this company, and they had to quit selling them. Why there's a lawsuit. It became such a patent on that.
Why do you think I said earlier he makes a good chicken sandwich? Yeah. When you guys were slapping that in there, I was in there that day, and you're like, taste this.
Yeah, exactly like it.
Your turkey sandwich, turkey bacon.
BLT was probably up there too. The BLT, and then we do the turkey club. Yeah,
I loved your chili. You know that. I was the only one that would come in.
We still make some of these things at home. We just can't.
Yeah, and then
in public.
Ice cream wise.
I'd say my shaved ice. I don't know. Blasters were pretty popular. I'd say my shaved ice because people could go anywhere and get an ice cream. And
did you guys hate me when I take a photo of the porch signs?
No, we loved it. It brought business in.
You guys get
any publicity you give is helpful to a business, so why would you ever hate that? No, we'd have people come in, order Porch Time Sunday, and girls would come like, "What is that again?" We eventually had to write it down on a little cheat sheet up at the front, and it would say, "Drizzle this, do this, ask if they want peanuts, ask if they want this."
You just threw in that cup.
We did. So what's your favorite?
I was like, it's going to kill me here in about 10 minutes, but I want it. So,
but just make sure you know that when there's stuff about the community, I still want to be involved. And like I said, I'm working on other ventures that I'm hoping will be a business, I guess, per se, that can still participate with the community and still win that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a favorite. Oof.
I'm going to tell you this. Here's how I knew things changed with you. Because I know you're busy. Up to that point. I can message you on Monday on a weekday, and I'd get a response Thursday night. And now I can say, "Hey," and you're like, "What's up?"
Yeah,
instantly. So good for you, though.
I love it.
Don't ever look back at that.
I don't think I will,
because you worked yourself to this point where you could do it.
Yeah.
Ken's worked himself to this point where you guys can have these days.
Yeah,
you get to enjoy your kids and your family.
I do.
We're selfish. We want you over there in that building with 3 or 4 of the sweetest gals this city's ever had. But that's okay. But
I think I can do other things that allow me to still be that person, or other ventures that may just be a different avenue, may not be a restaurant, but I think I can. I just can't see myself working for someone else. Because I was in the medical field, I can go back to that. I can't see myself working for someone else.
I could not see you give me a shot. That wouldn't happen.
Oh gosh, that was my favorite. I was best at drawing blood. Gosh, I was great in the medical field. That was something I was good at. But when I got the breast cancer and had to suffer with that and stuff, I couldn't. That's when I started that. And just long story short, here we are. But I'm excited for when I'm getting ready to venture out on, though. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it.
Lord puts us down a path.
Doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to have fun again. I'm going to have fun again.
Well, it has been my honor to interview you. You know that. I wanted you in here for the longest time, but different circumstances now. But
make sure you ask me when you need help and you need things in our community. And, Kenny has some things, businesses and things that we can use and pull in and allow me to please do that, because I still want to participate.
And I will.
Once I venture out in this new thing, I'll share that. But
from Porch Time, thank you so much for all you did.
Thank you.
From Kevin and Tim and our side of the family, love you guys and cannot thank you enough for
we love you too.
Who you guys are. So
I miss you guys. I miss talking to the customers. Really, guys. One thing, if you guys are still listening, probably a lot of people got off tired of hearing me, but thank you guys.
We'll come back and watch it.
We did not get where we are at ourselves. I told those kids, every time you guys be nice to the customers, they pay your paychecks. They kept my lights on. The customers kept the doors open. My money helped run it, but they kept me going. And I can't ever tell the customers thank you. The community thank you. It was never about me. It was about what they gave to us, and they support every time they walk through a local business that you guys support, and you make people. I don't know if I would call it a dream come true. But you get their hopes. You keep their hopes alive, and you keep their money rolling. So keep doing that, and thank for the people that showed in my building. I know it was probably disappointing to some of you guys, but it was the best decision for me and my family, and I just appreciate the support, and thank you guys. That's the biggest thing for me. Thank you. I love everybody. Biggest thing ever. So
we'll keep you informed. You know I will.
Better.
No matter what we do.
I'm gonna keep the trophy next year. Nobody else is getting that back. Thank you guys more.
So real quick about the trophy.
Yeah.
You're still in on that. You still plan to win that next year.
I'm gonna venture out into something else, and I'm going to.
Joe said he's mad at you too.
I know everybody is, but I'm venturing out into something else, and it will be my own venture. And I'm hoping when I get it established, I can take a few of the girls along with that. For now, they'll hang out with Kenny, and once I get this going, I'm hoping to talk them into joining me, and I'm excited.
So you'll raise money somehow to keep the trophy next year, is what you're saying?
Right now, I've already got Brad Rosen on 100 for the video. Who else said $100? Somebody else. Oh, April and Donnie Collins won't match it. I know. I'll even give them a pre video, but I'm still going to take the $200. Yes, and donate to that to next year. And I'm 100%. It's about we will do that every year in Sir Timmy's name. If I can ever win it, get my husband on storage units. He owns a few businesses. I will run it through that, and I will raise money. I will do whatever, but it's important to keep raising money for what we do that for.
Hello, Nicole. Seth, I will see you bright and early.
Thank you, guys. I love my customers.
To come in here for coffee with Kevin one of these mornings. It's 6:30.
Peanut butter shake?
Huh?
Pumpkin spice?
No.
Thank you for having me, guys. Love you guys.
For coming. Thank you guys for engaging.
Thank you.
I miss these. Where are these burgers?
You have to tune in and watch. No.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
It has been an honor for Porch Time to have the one and only Natasha in here with us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank her enough.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, dear. Tomorrow night I'll have Eli. We go from you, and Eli's a great guy. Haggard Drone Service. Some fascinating stuff he's got, especially if you're a pet person. There's Jeff.
You're buddy. I love you. You're so nice. He's the nicest guy.
He really is sweet individual.
He is genuine. Like,
so,
just a
good
guy.
heart.
He is.
Tomorrow evening we'll have Eli Haggard from Haggard Drone Service in. If you're a pet person, tune in because that guy can track your pet when it gets away, and that's something that you don't think about until you need him. So, and he does some other things. So, Natasha, love you, dear.
Love you more.
We will see you guys soon.